my name's Christine Bailey and I'm going to show you today a really easy way of making your own chocolates. Great for Christmas, great for a treat, great for a present even. So let me just show you the ingredients because it's so simple and it will take you minutes just to really make it. So the first thing is raw cacao butter. So it comes as a hard block. And all you need to do is just melt it. Now, some people like to melt it in a dehydrator. Other people, you can melt it straight over a sort of pan or a hob, or you can actually put it in a glass bowl over some warm water. Now, to that, I'm going to add, this is coconut oil. Coconut oil you can get everywhere in the supermarkets. And what I like about adding it, it gives it a bit more creamy texture. You don't have to add it, but I think it works really well. So that's going in the pan as well because we want that to melt with the cacao butter. Now, the next thing I want to do is add some sweetener. Now, I like to keep the blood sugar low, so I'm trying to use as healthy a sweetener as possible. Now, there's lots of sweeteners you could use. I'm using here Yacon syrup that you may not have actually come across. It's now widely available. It's a low glycemic sweetener, which means it won't upset your blood sugar. And it's vegan, so you can use it for your vegan recipes. And it's what we call a prebiotic. Now that means it actually helps feed beneficial bacteria in your gut. So it's fantastic. It's not as sweet as, say, honey or maple syrup, so you may need to adjust the sweetener. Other ones you could use would be coconut syrup. That's now widely available as well. You could use something called Sweet Freedom, which is made from sort of fruit extracts and carob. So there's quite a few healthy sweeteners you could use. Just keep the sugar level down as much as you can. Now, as that's melting in the pan, I'm now going to add the actual cacao powder. So this is high in antioxidants. This is raw cacao powder. Really high in magnesium, good source of chromium to help stabilise your blood sugar. Very high in polyphenols and general antioxidants that again help to feed our good bacteria. So it's really gut friendly. So that's going in, so that's the powder. That's what's really going to give it that lovely chocolate flavour. And then all you need to do is melt it in the pan so that all of that cacao butter melts. But what about flavouring? So this is going to make your general chocolate. But if you want to give it a nice seasonal flavour, you could add some cinnamon, some spices, or, as I'm going to do, some chopped top stem ginger. This is a real favourite in my household, particularly with my mum. We traditionally make chocolates for her at Christmas time. So this is really for my mum. If you wanted to give yourself a bit of a superfood boost, then why not use some of the superfood powders? This one, you can see it's quite dark. This is acai powder. Again, really high in antioxidants. This is great for the skin. Really good source of beta carotenes, which are converted into vitamin A. Vitamin A is really good for the immune system and for skin health. This will really get you glowing. So that's a lovely powder, but you could also use some of the super green powders. Spirulina, really good protein source, and again, beta carotene. Chlorella, wheatgrass, any of those you could add to your chocolate. I sometimes like adding a bit of maca powder. Maca is a great source of adaptogenic properties, so it's really good for when people are stressed. So I'm going to put a little bit of the acai into the pan, and then I'm going to stir in some of the chopped stem ginger, which gives it a really lovely sort of Christmas warming flavour. And all you're going to do is stir that in. Once everything is dissolved, we then will pour it into our chocolate moulds. So let me tell you about the chocolate moulds. try and get some really good quality ones. These ones I get from Lakeland, and so you can get them online. There's lots available. I've obviously got some heart-shaped ones. Now what I've done, you can see it probably glistening, is I've actually just lightly greased those with a little bit of oil. You could use a bit of coconut oil, olive oil, just something quite light and not too flavoured. That just means it's going to be a bit easier for you to get them out. And then all we need to do is fill them and put them in the fridge.